Hi and welcome to today's mobility session designed to relieve any back pain that you may be feeling. If you do feel any pain during these moves, then please do move on to the next move. Nothing should feel painful. Let's get started. Let's start by standing up nice and tall. We're just going to get some movement into the hips. So you're going to reach the hands out and you're going to reach and lunge over to your right and then come back into the center. Reaching and lunging over to your left. Come back in to the center. So you're just reaching, each time you move, you're trying to go down that little bit lower. And on the next one, as you reach over, this time you're going to side bend over and then come back up. So same movement with the legs, but this time you're going to side bend and reach and then come back up. So you're just mobilizing into the spine and into those hips. And on the next one, this time you're going to reach the hand forward to the opposite leg and reach the opposite hand up and then come back into the center. So this time your legs stay straight, you reach and you hinge and you come back up. So adding a little bit of rotation into this movement, and your spine is long and your stomach is engaged. Let's do two more for two. So much about back discomfort is just not moving the spine at all the place you're designed to move into. Let's hold on this one. So you're reaching the right hand up. You're going to lunge and then straighten the leg up. So you're looking up to that hand, up to the ceiling. You're bending the knee in and then straighten the leg out. So you're just breathing, reaching the hand up to the ceiling for 3. You're not collapsing your weight into the hand that's on the floor. You're pushing up and away. 2. And 1. Come back up. And then rotate around. Reaching the hand out this time. You're going to bend the knee in. And then reach and straighten the leg up. So again, pushing actively up through the floor with that hand that's on the floor. Stretching into the inner thighs. And breathing for 3. And into those hamstrings for 2. That rotated position with the spine. And 1. Come back into the center. Hands are out wide. Spine is long. You're going to bend the knees in. And then straighten the legs out. So try not to lock the knees when you straighten the legs out. Try to keep a little bit of softness in them. You're just coming down low and lower each time. You're again actively pushing up through the floor for 3. Breathe in, breathe out 2. And 1. Lovely. You're going to come onto the floor. Your left foot is going to go across the mat. And your right leg is going to be straight. You're going to lift up and over. And then coming back up. So we're just going to side bend. Going down onto that elbow of the hand that's on the floor. And reaching up and over. Trying to really reach that arm as far away from that leg as possible. On the next one, you're going to come down and you're going to reach and sweep and then come back up and over. And come down and reach and sweep that hand away and then come up and over. So just opening up your hips in a wonderful way. For 3. And reach 2. And 1. And come back down. Lovely, let's swap sides. So you're going to come down and then you're going to reach up and over. Reach. And 2. And 1. And now let's bring in the lift of the hips. So you lift and reach, and then you come back down. So really good for the hip opening and for the movement in the spine laterally, and breathe, and reach and pushing those hips forward. And one, reach, and come back in. Let's bend both knees in and sit up nice and tall. Soles of feet are together. You're going to reach the right hand up and behind you, and then the left hand up and behind you. And then keeping the feet together, you're going to open the knees out wide and lift the hips up, and then come back down, and then bring the knees back together. So open the knees out wide, pushing the knees down to the floor as you move, and breathing and lifting those hips up. So opening those knees wide to open up those hips, pushing them forwards. For 2. And 1. Now you're going to open those feet out nice and wide. You're going to bring the knees over from one side and then coming over to the other side, still actively pushing up into the side, the opposite side to where the knees are going. So you're very active in this movement. You're not sinking back into your wrists or into your hands. You're pushing the floor away. You're opening the hips out for 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back into the center. Now you're going to bring that left knee down onto the mat, and you're going to extend that right leg straight out, and you're going to reach your right hand, and you're going to reach and bring that right hand across, and then reach up and over. So you're side bending, but then you're having a nice inner thigh stretch to reach the hands straight out. So a really strong side bend, getting that hand away from the foot that's resting on the mat. Really creating length in your sides and a really strong inner thigh stretch for 2. Last one, reach, come back out. Back in, swap sides. Reach the hand up and over, and then reach through the inner thighs. Come back in, reaching up and over, and finding that strong inner thigh stretch. And really feeling these movements, releasing and stretching and making sure you're breathing. 2. Last one, reach, come back in. This time you're going to turn around, you're going to bring your hands down, and you're going to step your right leg out in line with your left knee. So for the first movement, we're going to maintain that neutral spine. You're going to come back, and then you're going to come back in. So you're not rounding or arching your back, you're keeping your shoulder blades drawing gently together, you're pushing actively into that right foot, and you're breathing for 3 and 2. Your spine is really long, and 1. Come back in. Now on the next one, you're going to round into your cat position. You're going to go back into your cat. You're going to go into your cow and come forward in your cow. So you're just rounding, flexing the spine to go back, extending, opening the chest, coming forward. 1 more in this direction. And then staying in your cow, your extension, you're going to go back in your extension. You're going to round and come forward. Go into your extension, coming back and rounding to come forward. This should feel good. Last one. And 1. Now we're going to go into our rotation. So you're going to reach that right hand under, and then you're going to lift that left hand up, push through and come back up. So you're going to reach under, lift up, and then come back up. Remember, if this doesn't feel good, you don't do it. Reach. Come back up, last one. Reach under, lift the hand up, and then come back up. Let's swap sides. So this time I'm going to swivel around. This time your left leg is going to come out to the side. Just have a glance, make sure your right arm is aligned with your right knee and your left foot is aligned with your right knee. You've got that nice neutral spine position. Your spine is long, so your eye line is straight down, and it's like the eye line comes with you as you move back, so it doesn't lift up and down. And then you come back forward. So you breathe in, you're pushing the floor away. Your shoulder blades are connected. You're not rounding or arching your spine. You're pushing down into the foot that's on the floor, that left foot, which is going to intensify the stretch you're going to get into your left adductor, the left inner thigh. And one. Coming back in. You're going to go into your cat, go back in your cat, come into your cow, come back in your cow. This movement pattern initiating in your lower back, finishing in your head, in your cervix. So the head is the last thing that moves. Let's stay in this extension. Let's stay in this cow. Come back and go into your cat. Just breathing. Scooping the stomach in. For 2. Last one. All the way in, finding your neutral, lifting that left hand up, and this time you're going to rotate, come under and reach your hand up. So a really good shoulder stretch as well as some wonderful spinal rotation, pushing up and reaching. Spine is long. Great shoulder stretch. And then come back in. Let's go straight onto your back. So you're lying on your back. Your arms are reaching out to either side of the room. So your palms are up, your feet are together, your knees are together, your inner thighs are together. Keeping your shoulder blades heavy, you're just going to let both knees come over from one side. Use those stomach muscles, bring those knees over to the other side. So really focus on the weight of the shoulder blades. This is one of the most wonderful ways to mobilize the spine. It's simple, but it's so effective. Now, depending on what your leg position is, if your feet are together, legs are wide, legs are crossed, that's going to impact where you're going to feel the stretch most. But with the knees together, feet together, you're going to get a nice lot of mobilizing into your lower spine. Come back into the center, hug your knees into your chest, keep your spine heavy. You're going to rock the whole of your spine from left to right. So your nose stays in the midline of where your knees are together. It's not leaving your head. Everything is moving together as one unit. You're going to bring the feet down, hip distance apart. You're going to reach the hands up to the ceiling. You're going to breathe in, you're going to breathe out, you're going to peel up. You're going to reach your hands back And you're going to slowly articulate down. One of my absolute favourites. So reaching the hands up. Breathe in, breathe out, peel up. Eyeline is staying straight up. It's not moving. You reach the hands back, shoulders away from the ears. Roll as slowly as you can, bone by bone, coming back down. Let's do 3 more. So all of these moves should feel delicious and really help you relieve any back pain by just mobilizing and separating out each of the vertebrae in the spine. Last one. Peeling up, reaching away, slowly coming back down. Have another hug of your knees into your chest and a rock from side to side. Just kind of finish off lying on your tummy with some prone work. Just getting that fine bit of extension into the spine. So hands are quite far forward, neck is long. You're going to keep your hips nice and heavy on the floor. You're going to breathe in, you're going to breathe out. Push the floor away, push the crown of the head forwards. And then slowly come back down. Let's bring the hands a little bit closer towards your body. Pushing the floor away, lengthening through the spine. So in this position, you shouldn't be feeling discomfort in your lower back. The journey is not about lifting upwards. It's about lengthening your spine forwards with your hips heavy. So the crown of your head is pushing forwards on the way up and on the way down. Let's do 3 more. Pushing the floor away for 3. Spine long. Stomach scooped in. And 2. There'll be a point where if you bring your hands back too far, you will feel discomfort with the lower back. So make sure you don't feel that. You just feel length. Let's hold this next one. Draw the shoulder blades back and together. Breathe. Lengthen through the spine. Ribs drawing down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly push around the head forward to come down. And then let's come up into your child's pose. Let's have your feet together. Knees nice and wide. We're going to start by having your child's pose where your hands are out on either side. And then keep your right butt cheek heavy. You're going to bring your right hand over onto the left hand and rotate to look under that right armpit. And just reaching that right hand away. And just breathe. Again, a child's pose. The most wonderful way to reset your spine. And then let's swap sides. So right hand comes over, left hand comes over the right hand. You reach that left hand away, keep that left butt cheek heavy so it doesn't lift. Look under that left armpit and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both hands on either side and you have finished. I hope you feel fantastic and you really enjoyed it. Please do join me for more mobility moves and some workouts soon. Take care.